Hi, it's Joy and today we're watching the Sandman Season 1, Episode 10, Lost Parts. I think this was the original season finale, so I am both stressed and very, very excited to watch it. A reminder that, as always, you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon, and all of my reactions to this show, and let's go!
He's gonna kill you. But if someone protected you, kept him from...
Is there no other way to stop a vortex?
Will you wait for me?
No!
No.
Our guest of honor is present.
But I mean, given that Dream has acted very weirdly around her, and he's not technically lying, he does need to kill her. It's not good, is it?
We are the American Dreamers. Driving
Yes,
down the holy
I
road.
believe you.
True knowledge. And kings of the night.
You found him.
Let's find out. Enough.
Yes, he's been prepared for this situation. Why are you here? This is not the way out.
She's bringing the walls.
She's still asleep, and they're all asleep, right?
Mind.
Yep.
You need to wake up. Don't listen to him, Rosebud. You're the one with power now, not him.
Wake up and then deal with it.
You told me you were gonna kill me.
Did he tell you why? When a vortex brings down the walls between dreams, she creates a single, volatile dream that will collapse in upon itself and take the waking world with it. Your world. Everything.
Awful, and there's got to be another way, but...
Don't believe him, Rosie. Can't kill you if you kill him first.
Killing me may save your life, but it will not save the lives of those you love.
I'm trying to keep you alive.
I'm trying to
Fuck.
keep your world alive.
The walls go back up. Because
I
I'm not
respect you,
dreaming
Rose.
anymore. Wide awake.
Okay, I'm very proud of you. You survived that situation. And I'd like to think there was a way for you to do that permanently. Please, can you deal with the Corinthian now?
You think I am not the problem, Dream?
You're definitely not the solution.
This was my fault, not yours. So I must uncreate you now.
Whoa. I mean, good?
I am only sorry I won't be here to see Rose Walker do the same to you.
I didn't enjoy the teeth eyes. I still don't enjoy the teeth eyes.
Daydreams in which you are always right.
Oof.
But
Oof.
no more. The dream is over. I have taken it away.
Good.
For this, and monstrous you are.
Torturing themselves, the best kind of punishment. Agreed.
Hello, 911.
Good. Are they all going to turn themselves in? This would be brilliant.
Those that mourn them.
I mean, I prefer the, 911 call to the shooting themselves in the head.
And
This
grief
is justice.
and guilt.
More 911 is justice than this.
Tonight when she sleeps, I will find her. And we will end this.
Fuck.
I'm in labor.
Oh my god.
Is that Rose?
Oh.
Barbie and Ken and
I love that these people are all just like, oh, we didn't notice she was pregnant. That's fine.
Tal and Zelda are on the way.
So are we.
So did you know she was pregnant?
Of course she knew. You did know, didn't you?
Because they're like, she was not pregnant a couple of days ago.
This is Jed.
Yeah.
If something
Oh my
were to
god.
happen to me, hypothetically,
Nothing's going to happen to you.
would Jed be able to come live with you?
I was going to suggest that you and Jed both come and live with me.
You were?
Yeah.
Once you and Jed get here, I won't have to wonder anymore.
I just feel like at this point Rose is going to let herself die because she knows Jed won't be alone, which is horrible.
Family.
Then you have the power to destroy him.
I don't want to destroy him. I don't want any of
This
this.
is why I love you,
I'm afraid to
Rose.
fall asleep. I'm afraid to wake up.
He should be afraid. When you go to sleep tonight.
Okay. Vida is not the person to talk to about this because Dream did, re-kill her husband directly in front of her and doesn't want the baby.
And end this. You're in charge now.
If she has the power to destroy the world, does she not have the power to not destroy the world, if that makes sense? The power to stop herself from destroying the world.
And this is the story he told.
The walls are being torn down between the dreams.
It
Rose. Can you stop this somehow? The vortex. Oh my god.
Why are you doing that? I can't stop it. You have to wake up. Please, I'm begging you.
Oh my god.
Don't be nice. Help!
Oh, this is awful.
I'll save you.
Oh my god.
No, you.
Oh my god.
Nothing that I cannot repair, at least at
Can
this
they be
stage.
saved?
Jed.
They're not safe. No one is. Not
Okay.
until the vortex is dead.
I don't want her to die.
How do you know Rose?
Is there some way Unity can take the vortex onto herself and save Rose?
Wait!
This is awful.
Sir! We exist because humans dream, not the other way round. The miracle of humanity itself should always be more vivid to us than any marvels of power.
Yeah, okay, great. Can we save Rose?
I cannot.
Farewell, Rose Walker. It was a privilege being human with you.
Very, very stressed. I love the concept of all the different dreams. Please, is there some other way? Unity, why did we see Unity?
Just do it. Whatever it takes to save my brother and my friends. I'm
You're
ready.
so brave.
My lord, stop! Unity?
Was handed down to my descendants.
I don't understand.
You're not very bright, are you? Come here, Rose.
She can take it
I
on?
want you to reach down inside yourself and give me
No.
whatever it is that makes you the vortex.
But
She's gonna give her chance at life for her child, for her great-grandchild, and for Jed. Oh my goodness.
You died so that Rose might live.
That was a true grandmother sacrifice.
No, don't be. I would never have met my golden-eyed man. And we would never have had our beautiful baby girl, and you would not have been born.
Golden-eyed man.
The father of your child had golden eyes.
I've never seen anything like them.
Oof! He knows who's behind all this. Okay,
Goodbye,
that's
Rose,
good.
darling.
I'm so happy Rose is alive,
Mr.
but I'm
Holdaway will
so,
see to it that you and Jed have everything you need.
so sad that Unity didn't get to have that family life she always wanted, but he knows what you've been up to.
Lovely see you. What did you truly intend? That I should spill family blood? With all that would entail?
Oof.
Do well to remember that.
Yes.
Mess with me or mine again, and I shall forget your family.
I suppose if he did, he'd have gone face to face.
Aspire to interfere in my affairs.
I really got under your skin this time, didn't I?
This is a very strange family. Oh, great.
Now drop that.
Rose Walker.
And how is it?
You may take issue with the depiction of the king in the story, but
I love this little family. Oh, they found each other. That's nice.
Do you not wish to say hello?
Or was it gold? Or whatever. She gets to be a dream now. Thank you. He's learnt.
What made you change your mind about me, sir?
I had no right returning here after over a century expecting everything to be just as I'd left it.
He's learnt. Thank you. I like
So did
this.
you. But now I'm listening. More.
Trying to.
Trying to.
Okay, I really like this.
Would you mind taking care of things?
He's learning. He still doesn't say sorry in as many words, but yeah. Okay, this makes me happy.
Against your enemy. Our enemy. Dream of the
Oh
endless.
Lord.
The army.
May I ask, what are you going to do?
I'd like to know that too.
Something that will make God absolutely livid.
I mean, I kind of like the sound of that.
And bring Morpheus to his knees.
And again, I don't like that part. It's all going to be great. So that was such a good finale, such a good ending to this first season. Obviously, I know there is another episode, but I'm pretty sure people freaked out because that was like a bonus episode that was released and is potentially like a couple of short stories or something. So it's not going to follow, I guess, the plotline of the cliffhanger at the end. I loved this episode. I loved it because they found a way to save Rose. I loved it because we went from, like, you know, there probably was a moment where when you're terrified, when you finally found your brother again and you've lost so much, and then someone's like, oh, you can live, and don't listen to that guy, he's lying to you. But I love that Rose was able to come to the point where she looked and she said, no, I'm not going to be the thing that destroys the people I care about, and I'm going to give my life for them. And that she'd basically already decided that before she even saw the dream with the vortex and then being sucked in, because she was making sure Jed could go to be with Unity and that Lyda would look out for him as well. And she was, you know, at her age, I mean, I know she thinks she's very old, but, you know, she's 21, and she was willing to die for the people she cares about and for the world. And I love her character, and that just really brought home what a wonderful character she is and how inspirational she is. And so I loved the fact that they also saved her. Like, that's my favorite kind of plotline, is when you think someone's going to die or has to die or is dead and they're not, and then you got all the relief of the second part. And, you know, it's very, Unity's story is extraordinarily tragic. Both the fact that she was intended to be the vortex, like her life was always going to be tragic, whatever happened. But and hearing her say that she wants to know what it was like to have a family, and she's been imagining this world where she gets to help raise her great-grandchildren. I mean, I know that Rose is essentially raised, but it would have been so beautiful for her to get to have that time. But also, she gave her life in service of her family, and that is something that never would have been possible otherwise, and is actually very, very beautiful. And Rose and Jed being children of the Endless is very interesting, and what Morpheus said about, if I'd have spilled the blood of a family member, is that what you wanted? And all that entails. I'm very intrigued about what that entails, because it's not even like just killing one of the other Endless, it's killing like a great-grandchild of an Endless. But it's all just so fascinatingly interwoven. And so that moment, kind of, I hoped it was going to happen. Then even as it was happening, seeing the sacrifice Unity was willing to make for this great-grandchild that she'd barely known was very, very beautiful. It was true love and true family. And I'm just so happy that Rose and Jed and everyone else get to have this life. And also, Morpheus just never claimed that baby, okay? Just leave the baby alone. Like, maybe when it dies, you could be like, hey, you want to come to the dreaming, whether it dies in its sleep or not. But, like, just leave the baby be. That was just a really lovely ending, and to kind of see all of those different people find their happiness. And to be honest, the fact that Barbie and Ken seem like they were going to break up, I think is also for the best. So Rose's story came to a truly lovely ending. I love that she stood up to both Dream and to the Corinthian. You know, she took the time for herself, she woke herself up, she figured it out, she took the last day that she wanted, and then she was ultimately willing to make the right choice, as hard as that is. I also loved in this episode that the Corinthian was destroyed. I know that he technically was turned into a little skull, or unmade, and he's potentially going to be made again to be another nightmare. And the concept of, you know, humans need nightmares to make them look at the darkest parts of themselves and all that, I do understand. But I also think there should be like a rota system where, like, you're a nightmare for this millennia, next millennia you can be a dream. But no, I get the concept of needing the Corinthian, but he had definitely lost his way and gone too far, and I sort of enjoyed that interaction with both Dream. I found it very, very satisfying in a way that Dream both sort of took responsibility for the Corinthian being terrible and evil, while also being like, hey, you just weren't good enough, and then just destroying him. And then all of the serial killers, the collectors, facing the reality of what they'd done. Again, in the real world, I think people that become serial killers are just, their brains are not wired correctly, but in this world, the Corinthian had inspired the darkest parts of them, and so for them to all face justice was beautiful to watch. And genuinely living with the guilt, I think, is far better justice than dying. You know, that's why I was cross when that one guy was going to shoot himself in the head, and did, because I was like, that's not justice, you've just escaped it. Although I suppose when you know there's hell, nah, he hasn't, it's fine. In the real world, that's not justice, because when you die, you just stop, you cease to exist. In this world, you can still suffer in hell, so maybe that's fine, that's justice. was all very satisfying. Rose being with Jed at the end was just absolutely everything. And then in general, Dream. Now, obviously, Dream isn't endless. He is not someone that we can easily understand or that we can put our own morals and opinions on. I think to an extent we can. I think he's more similar to humanity than he maybe originally thought. But I loved watching the way he dealt with people in this episode. You can really see he's learnt over the last few episodes. He's realised there's a way to do things and a way not to do things. Whether it was, you know, telling Rose, I am sorry about this, and just trying to make her understand why it had to happen. From watching what was happening with Unity and let it happen, let the truth come to it. Figuring out who was behind it all. And I mean, Desire is obviously not going to stop, but you know, going and being the threatening, scary Dream he can be in defense of his own. I love the way he apologized without apologizing to Galt, but also gave her what she wanted. He'd let her become a dream. He gave her the existence she'd been dreaming of. The way he was with Fiddler's Green and giving him, you know, I can't punish you. And Fiddler's Green was okay with going back to be a forest, a Greenland area. So at the end being like, oh, Lucian, I'm going to be busy here, can you handle things for me, was so, it just shows you a lot of character growth. Even an Endless who's been around for thousands of years can still grow as a character, and that makes me very, very happy to see. So I really enjoyed this episode. I enjoyed I think the way they handled the, like, because I'm going into this episode, I was genuinely a bit like, how on earth are we going to solve this in one episode? So much has to happen, but it happened in such a way that fits within this show. It made sense for these characters, for these decisions, and I absolutely loved it. And I'm very excited for the bonus episode and for season 2, because there's going to be season 2, right? A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction and all of my reactions on my Patreon, and thank you so much for watching.